So, there's been some talk lately about whether GPT 4.5 a few days ago. The leaks cover different aspects, like a screenshot showing GPT 4.5, GPT 4.5 64K, and GPT 4.5 with audio and speech. I'm a bit skeptical about the screenshot being real, and I explained my reasons in a previous video. If it were genuine, we would likely have seen an official release. However, there was something else released yesterday that I'll discuss in another video, involving a concept called super-alignment. This video focuses on GPT 4.5 because there's a lot of debate about its authenticity. I'll show you why it's likely true that GPT 4.5 had a stealth release. A stealth release means they put out the new model without explicitly announcing it. They treat it as a beta test, upgrading GPT 4 to GPT 4.5 behind the scenes to see how users interact with it, without changing the name outright. Check out the feedback they receive, and from there, they can make some updates. The reason I knew something changed last night is because while scrolling through Twitter and exploring the world of artificial intelligence, like I do every day, I came across Ethan Mack, who often tweets about AI and conducts various tests comparing different AI systems, caught my attention. I follow his account because it highlights some of the subtle things we might overlook in terms of performance. In his tweet, he mentioned that ChatGPT 4 suddenly improved significantly after being unreliable and a bit dull for weeks. Many in the ChatGPT community had observed that GPT 4 wasn't performing as well. It's important to back up such claims with research, and Ethan did just that. One interesting interaction he had was when he asked GPT 4 to create files, and initially, it claimed it couldn't. However, after insisting, Ethan pointed out a noteworthy code comment at the top, showcasing how users interact with the AI. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. What's interesting is that he also posted about it, saying it's really, really good and really, really fast. It's almost like using a much better system, both in terms of speed and the quality of answers. This is someone I take seriously on Twitter because they do a lot of testing. When you use a model every day, you really understand the differences and nuances in various systems. Now, what caught my attention was that some people were saying GPT 4.5 wasn't released. Previously, a community member asked Sam Altman, the person in charge, on Twitter if the GPT 4.5 leak was legit, and Sam Altman himself said no. So, you might think, no way, they didn't release GPT 4.5 because Sam Altman said it's not legit. But remember, the question asked was specifically about the leak, not whether GPT 4.5 is Now, there's confusion because he's not answering the question directly. He's not denying the pricing screenshot or whether GPT 4.5 is coming in December. The key difference here is that he's saying the screenshot is probably fake, but he's not saying GPT 4.5 won't be released in September. And here's why. GPT 4.5 might be a real thing. We have this tweet about how users interact with it. So, a lot of people have been asking me which version of ChatGPT I'm using. Some folks are skeptical, thinking it's some kind of mass hallucination. But I'm here to explain why it's probably not the case. Let me show you why this isn't just a mass hallucination. There's talk about ChatGPT, plus users getting a strange response. And some are saying it's a mass hallucination or something mysterious is going on. People are asking me, what version are you using? In the OpenAI RP, it's referred to as GPT 4.5 Turbo, a variant of the GPT-4 model optimized for faster interactions. Now, some think it's a mass hallucination, but I believe OpenAI is conducting split tests. They might have assigned a portion of GPT-4 users to an upgraded version without announcing it. This stealthy testing approach was done before with ChatGPT when some users were upgraded to GPT-4 without prior notice. Eventually, they officially rolled out GPT-4 based on user interaction and feedback. It's an interesting way to see how users engage with the upgraded model. I personally tested this, and I specifically mentioned the API's name. The model handling this conversation is named GPT 4.304, which is like GPT 4. However, when others ask the same question, they get responses from GPT 4.5 Turbo. It makes you wonder why it imagines GPT 4.5 Turbo and not something else. I'm pretty sure that if it were to imagine, it would likely go for GPT-5 instead of anything else. I doubt it's just randomly making this up, especially since many users have reported an increase, and there have been leaks about it. Now, what's also interesting is how users engage with it. I didn't officially announce anything, so why is everyone getting so excited? They just asked ChatGPT a simple question. Asking ChatGPT about itself won't confirm or deny if the software was updated. That could be a valid point. But let me share some research papers from earlier this year that show OpenAI changed the model's behavior. I'm pretty sure it's due to system constraints. As you know, GPT-4 is a powerful system, but it's demanding and capable. They don't have enough computing power to serve all users and their demands. Even now, when you use GPT-4, there's a limit to 40 messages every before, it was only 25 messages every 3 hours. The limit is there because they can't handle the load due to the model's capabilities. Remember Gemini, they haven't released it because it's too demanding. Smart and capable models like AlphaCode 2 are expensive to run and require a lot of computing power. That's why they limit access. To manage the demand, there's a research paper titled How is ChatGPT's Behavior Changing Over Time?, conducted by Stanford. In March and June 2023, they evaluated GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 on various tasks like math problems, sensitive questions, opinion surveys, code generation, medical license tests, and visual reasoning. The paper discusses how users interact with the updated models. We've noticed that the performance of GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 can change a lot over time. For instance, in March 2023, GPT 4 did well at distinguishing between prime and composite numbers. However, by June 2023, it struggled with the same questions. I'm sure of this because I remember how impressive GPT 4 was when it first came out. But now, it doesn't seem as good. And honestly, there's a reason for that. To be frank, there's an incentive for them to tone down the system a bit. It's a business, and they don't want to use up all their resources providing advanced systems for everyone. Instead, they might reserve the more advanced system for more challenging questions. If you look at the graphs, you can see that GPT-4 was updated. The reason I'm showing you this research paper is because if they updated GPT-4 without officially saying so, they might have done it again. Many people think GPT 4.5 was quietly released. From March 2023 to June 2023, there was a big difference in GPT-4's abilities. So, it's clear that OpenAI can make these changes. The research paper confirms a significant drop in performance from 97 to 23.4, which is quite remarkable. This isn't just a random claim. It's based on a thorough research paper that interviewed and evaluated the model. Now, I don't think the information about OpenAI working on 3D is accurate because they haven't mentioned it. They might be focusing on vision and video, which makes more sense. However, it seems like OpenAI decided not to release GPT 4.5. They might be concentrating on improving alignment and based on predictions from reliable sources. It seems they're making strategic decisions about how users interact with it. In simpler words, when information is leaked, it gives more credibility and power to the leakers instead of the official source, like OpenAI. OpenAI might not confirm or deny the leaks because acknowledging them doesn't benefit them. There's a discussion about a supposed new version called GPT 4.5, which was mentioned by someone called Futurist Flower. They claim it runs at low temperatures and induces hallucinations. The discussion touches on how GPT models are updated and tested, sometimes secretly, before official releases. The speaker believes GPT 4.5 might already be in use, but hasn't been officially announced. Access to it seems random for users, and there's uncertainty about its release. The advice is to wait for official confirmation from OpenAI.